Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for April 12th, 2022 from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. Today was a beautiful warm day, which doesn't always make for good hawk watching. In the morning, as you can see here, we had blue skies, or as we call them, blue skies of death, because they make it very difficult to spot raptors in the sky. Overall, the temperatures were warm and the winds were mostly out of the west or west-northwest, although they did shift to a north or northeast lake breeze for a short time. Taking a look at the bird photos, here's an osprey flying overhead. Here we have a juvenile bald eagle, so we can see that all the feathers are the same length, none have been replaced, and the belly on this one's quite faded just because it's had these feathers for almost a year now. This was probably the bird of the day. It's a pectoral sandpiper. Here we have an adult red-tailed hawk. Again, patagial bars and belly band make it a red tail. Dark trailing edge and red tail make it an adult. There were tons of ducks on the bay today, probably from the rain we had last night, knocking down migrating waterfowl. Here we see part of a big group of green-winged teal. There was also a ton of shovelers and just a really good variety of ducks on the bay. Since mid-March, the duck numbers have been relatively low other than scaup and coots, but yeah, this was the most ducks we've seen on the bay in a couple weeks for sure. Here we have two Bonaparte gulls flying overhead. They have very pointy wings, so some people might mistake them for terns, also because of the small size, but check out this distinctive wingtip coloration with the white outer feathers and then the black wingtips. Here we have two American black ducks, and notice how the white underwing contrasts with the dark body. And either there were a lot of black ducks around, or we kept watching the same two fly back and forth. Here we have a sharp-shinned hawk, so just a small, compact accipiter, small head, squared-off tail. The Canada geese that were hanging out in the grass were having some disagreements and biting at each other's necks and just making a whole lot of noise, and you can see them splashing around in the water from all the rain we got last night. Here we have a great blue heron, and notice, as I've talked about before, that herons, when they fly, usually curve their neck into an S, compared to a sandhill crane where the neck is just completely straight out front. Here we have another adult red-tailed hawk, and this one is fairly heavily marked, and we see the same field marks, dark patagial bars and belly band, dark trailing edge, and red tail. Here we have another sharp-shinned hawk. Again, same field marks, kind of compact overall, curvy looking wings and not super long or lanky, small head, and more squared off tail. This one, it's got the tail fan, so it does look a bit rounded, but just the overall shape looks compact rather than lanky. It's a good way to tell sharp-shinned hawks. And at the end of the day, we had a couple purple martins flying around. Purple martins being our largest swallow species. And we had a couple maybe a week or so ago, or maybe longer now. But yeah, they're just starting to show up, and it should be a few more weeks until we really see a good variety and good numbers of all of the expected swallow species. If we take a look at the eBird checklist, 65 species today, and again, just really good duck numbers overall, and decent number of other bird species around too, even if the hawk migration was a little slow because of the blue skies. I'm still having some issues with hawk count that I'm sorting out, so let's take a look at the Dunkadoo website to get the daily migrant raptor totals. Let me make sure it's lined up here. Okay. For turkey vultures, 243, 6 ospreys, 2 northern harriers, 24 sharp-shinned hawks, 4 Cooper's hawks, 9 bald eagles, 26 red-tailed hawks, 1 rough-legged hawk, 11 American kestrels, and 1 peregrine falcon, for a grand total of 327 migrants today. And if we take a look at hawk count, I forgot to write it here, but the only new species for the season was the pectoral sandpiper. And if we look at the forecast for tomorrow, we're looking at scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon, gusty winds and small hail possible, high in the mid-60s. And the winds will be south, shifting to west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Although I should say that my Windy app is showing a different wind. It's showing it more shifting to a lake breeze. So we'll have to see what actually happens. It should be an interesting day where the winds will be shifting, and we'll probably have periods of very little migration and then maybe some periods of good migration as thunderstorms move in. We could get pushes of turkey vultures and other species. So, yeah, it might be an interesting day. Could be a total dud or could end up being a really good day. We'll just have to see what exactly happens with the weather. For Thursday, we're looking at showers early and then going to mainly sunny skies. Temperature starting in the low 60s and then falling. And the winds will start southwest and then shift west. So I'm guessing there will probably be a cold front passing through that will shift the winds more westerly and drop the temperature. Wind speeds of 20 to 30 miles per hour with occasional stronger gusts. So the morning migration could be decent when the winds are more southwest. But as the winds shift more west and get stronger, we might lose some of the migration just because of how strong the winds are and the less favorable direction. And for Friday, we're looking at partly cloudy with gusty winds in the afternoon, high near 60, and winds southwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour. So again, another day with southwest winds for at least part of the day, and those are the perfect winds for us. Might be a little too strong to be ideal, but I would imagine it will get a decent amount of migration. So we'll keep an eye on Friday as a possible good day coming up. All right, that's it for today. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of these daily updates from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. This is David Brown. Thanks for watching.
Hmm.